Good morning. Making a video here on wild lettuce. The common names are the compass plant, horse thistle, prickly lettuce, that's the leaf. The genus and species is Lactuca Virosa. The Lactuca is milk from the root, lactus. Wild lettuce, botanical name Lactuca virosa, is found growing extensively throughout Europe and is used for therapeutic purposes. The botanical name of this plant has a relation with a part of the herb's composition and functioning. When you scratch the plant's leaf or stem, it will instantly give out a whitish latex. So, if I damage this plant, you'll notice right here the milk that's seeping. That is the Lactucarium. When wild lettuce is flowering, at the flowering stage, it has a yellow flower. It will flow Lactucarium very heavily. And what you want to collect is that milk. It's very difficult to collect. The Hopi used to collect it by cutting wounds and letting it dry, but that is very time intensive. So we're going to show you a quick method to take this lettuce opium and make a tincture. This is what the seed head of the flowers look like, and this is the rest of the plant. And I'm going to take you quickly around the back of the house here. There's another one right here. There's the full adult plant, about 4 feet high. Here, I can come right here and I'll show you a juvenile. Here's another wild lettuce. Really sticky. It's growing, has a spiny leaf, has a good visual. And you want to make sure that it has good milk flow. So when you located your wild lettuce patch, you're going to need some other things to make the medicine. Now you can Google what wild lettuce can do for you for medicine and use it on your own. But you're going to need a stripper. And we use this organic certified neutral cane alcohol. It's 190 proof. You can also use propylene glycol. You can use vegetable glycerin. And what you want to do is harvest as much of the plant that you can chop up. Here I have a giant wild lettuce here right by my cane. And look at the milk coming out of this. Just amazing. So this would be an excellent plant to use. You're going to take this plant and harvest the whole thing and quickly chop it up into pieces. Put it in a blender with your stripper and give it a whirl. And then you let it sit for just a few minutes, because this Lactucarium that's coming out of here will immediately be stripped in the blender. And then you're going to strain it. We'll talk about this in a minute. Thanks for watching the video. Hey guys. We're back, and here we've got some wild lettuce plants about to flower. And here's one pushing the flowers. So the common name again, wild lettuce, bitter lettuce, or opium lettuce, Lactuca virosa. And just a minute ago I was talking about the Lactucarium. The Lactucarium is the bitter latex that I showed you, and we'll look at again here in the younger plants. It contains 3 components: lactucin, lactucone, and lactupicrin. And together that makes the Lactucarium. We're going to make a Lactucarium tincture, and that's a tincture of the latex. I'm going to tell you some uses for wild lettuce. It's used for whooping cough, asthma, urinary tract problems, cough in general, trouble sleeping especially. It's excellent for insomnia and restlessness. Excitability in children, painful menstrual periods, excessive sex drive in women or nymphomania, muscular or joint pains, poor circulation, swollen genitals in men, which is priapism, and as an opium substitute in cough preparations. The seed oil of this plant is used for hardening of the arteries, known as atherosclerosis and as a substitute for wheat germ oil. Some people apply wild lettuce latex directly to the skin to kill germs. And some people, some native tribes, inhale the wild lettuce for a hallucinogenic effect. Now, I looked into some historical records on the wild lettuce use as medicine, and the earliest information I could get comes to us. Who was it? Nicholas Culpeper in 1653. Now, what he reports is this. Pagans use wild lettuce as an incense for aid in divination, especially when working with darker deities. It is under the government of Mars. I have no idea what that means. The smell and taste is much like opium. A syrup made from a strong infusion of it is an excellent anodyne, which is a pain relief. It eases most violent pain of the colic and other disorders, and gently disposes the patient to sleep. For it has none of the violent effects of other opiates. The best way of giving it is to dry the juice which runs from the roots by incision. This dissolves freely in mountain wine. If 1 ounce be put into a gallon of wine, there is produced an excellent quieting medicine, a teaspoon of which in a dose in a glass of water. This takes off spasms, convulsions, stays fluxes of all kinds, proceeding from irritation. Nicholas Culpeper, 1653. Now, wild lettuce is most commonly used and has come into use in popularity recently for insomnia and muscular arthritis. The common name is lettuce opium extract. It is known, the earlier official pharmacopoeias refers to the potent milky latex, which we're going to look at right now. The Lactucarium. So I'm going to take this. And we're going to watch it flow out of that leaf. You always want to test if the quality of the flow. This is mid to end of this day in the sun, which is not a good time to check. But there's plenty of milk in these, so you could easily tincture this. Let me see if I can get you a good visual in there on the Lactucarium. So to properly make medicine with this, you take the plant and you chop it up as much as you can, and you pack about 1 pound of this stuff into a blender and add a stripping agent. And we're going to show you what happens. So we've already done that, and we'll take you over there now. I hope you enjoy the video. Make sure you share this with others. So what I did was I ran a whole batch, maybe 4 giant lettuce plants, in about 8 ounces or 10 ounces of the cane alcohol. I let it sit for a while after I mashed it. I ground it up, and now I'm straining it with a regular unbleached coffee filter to another jar. So once I strain this liquid gold here, which is a pain relieving tincture, 1 time, I can then go right now with this clear liquid and harvest more lettuce and then do this process all again. And I'm going to do that 3 or 4 times until it's super concentrated. And then that's the finished product. And you can throw this stuff away. So that's how you make a prickly lettuce quick tincture at the peak of ripeness, so you get the maximum effect for pain relief. If you like what you saw, please subscribe to our channel and share this video so that more people can learn about this free pain relief that's growing outside.